How exactly did you prove your unsupportive parents wrong? My mother has called me a worthless son for a majority of my life. The only time my parents talked to me was when they wanted to compare me to my successful cousins. It only ended when I eventually had enough and exposed my cousins' secrets. But that didn't happen for a while. When I graduated from high school, they looked at the list of colleges I applied to and scoffed. Aren't you ashamed that you're going to such backwater colleges when your cousin Randy graduated from the top college in our state? I told them that my grades and extracurriculars weren't enough for a big college, and our family couldn't afford one even if I did get in. My dad looked at me with disdain and blamed it all on my laziness. He said if I had put in actual effort, then I would easily get a scholarship and graduate from the same college as Randy. He conveniently ignored the fact that Randy's parents had made 5 very substantial donations to that college every time his grades started dropping. Anyway, I moved out and hoped that one day they would come around and appreciate me. But every time I gave them a call, all they would talk about was how Randy bought a new company, his brother bought a new car, and especially how they both landed big promotions at the company owned by their father. After I graduated and found a job, I decided to propose to my girlfriend and introduce her to my parents. Oh, how I wish I never took that decision. When I walked into my house with her, my parents pulled me aside and basically began insulting my girlfriend. My dad said, "How can you date someone with a pudgy stomach? Are you trying to bring shame upon us?" My mother followed by, "Randy's wife looks like a supermodel. Compared to him, your life is worthless. If I were you, I would have ended it long ago." Now that crossed a line on so many levels. I immediately grabbed my girlfriend's hand and left, but not before saying one thing. If you think Randy is so perfect, then just wait until I prove you wrong. Now, it's worth mentioning that even though I said that, I never expected for the opportunity to arrive so soon. 3 days later, I was getting my morning coffee when I saw Randy on the street. I knew he was in my town for a business meeting, but he was leaning on one of his sports cars and kissing a woman that was obviously not his wife. I took my phone out and started recording. Eventually, they got back in the car and drove off, so I followed them just in case the phone recording wasn't enough. I filmed them going inside a hotel with their arms locked. After I went home, I told my girlfriend about it, and we immediately contacted Randy's wife. You need to understand that this woman wasn't your typical trophy wife. She had her own business that she didn't inherit from anyone, and had a history of destroying anyone who tried to mess with her. She posted all the proof on social media and tagged everyone from our family. She even exposed Randy's secrets, which included his very specific hobbies involving the empty chair in hotel rooms. That's the main reason he was cheating, since his wife was too proud to entertain his desires. The fallout was massive. Randy's parents threatened her to delete everything and come back home, but it backfired and allowed her to get full custody of their 2 kids. She was also privy to some company secrets and decided to reveal those to their business partners, which meant a huge loss for Randy's parents. They had no choice but to shift their anger from the ex-wife to their own son. They took away his cars and credit cards and confined him to a tiny apartment. He couldn't do anything since he never learned how to live all on his own. Once it was all over, I called my parents, who were also upset, and asked them, "Do you still think I'm a failure when compared to the ever-brilliant Randy?" They reluctantly agreed that they were wrong to compare us and didn't see the full picture about their perfect idol.